Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first edition or the first part one of the launch of the MYAA Malaysian Young Author Award 2021, the published young authors. Yeah, I'm Catherine Koo, and I'm really, really glad to have my audience here and all five talented young authors here. Right, I'm going to introduce each and every one of them, and then we're going to start the show. Yes. First up, we have Lim Si Hao. Shi Hao, who is 12 years old, and he wrote a very, very interesting story, shortlisted for the Asia Young Author Award and published. We'll talk to Si Hao later. Yes, and then we have Li An next. Li An, can you? Yes, hi, Li An. Yeah, Li An wrote Creature from the Cottage, I think, something like that. And she won actually a prize for the video that she made. Yeah. All right. I'll tell you more about Lian later. And then we have next Adria. Yes, Adria Diana. And a very interesting story. She wrote also shortlisted for the Asia Young Author Award and published as well. By the way, all of them are published. And then we have Tei Su Wei, Tales of Harvest Dale, I think. Yeah. And Su Wei also will be telling you about her story later. And we have Kanchana Pulantran, last but not least. Okay, Kanchana wrote a very interesting story. In fact, it's the longest story received for the award. Yeah, right. 12,000, I think, somewhere along these lines, but very well told. Yeah. And yes, all of them are shortlisted. Yeah. And we'll hear from each and every one of them. So do stay on because we have questions for the audience, and you get to win a copy, a flip book, an e-copy of the young author's book. All right. Okay. Each young author will be asking you a question. Stay on until the end. And if you get it, the first one to get it right, you will get a copy of his or her ebook. Okay. All right. So let's start with Shi Hao. Yes, Shi Hao. Right. Shi Hao, you have yes, a story called, let me see, what is your name was? Pieces of Daisy. Yes, okay. Pieces of Daisy. Yes, yeah, the cover, Pieces of Daisy. And it's a very interesting story I see here. All right, so Si Hao, my question to you is tell the audience about yourself and your love for writing.
Well, yeah, I've always enjoyed reading about stories, and I've always wanted to write a book and let it be published. And then finally, yeah. So, yeah,
Okay. So you always, you say you're only 12 years old, Si Hao. Okay, so you always wanted, you read a lot, yeah? So what books you read?
yeah. I read a lot of mystery, adventure, fantasy, what is it, sci-fi books.
Mm, all kinds of genres. Very good. All right. Great. Okay. And I just said you're 12 years old. Which school do you come from?
I come from Acceleration.
Yeah, very interesting name of your school. Huh? Can you tell
Yeah.
me something about your school?
Well, it's
Usually
a
it has
very
things like so and so school, right? Like SMJK. Sorry, I'm not very familiar with Malaysian schools, but you have sekolah something or what. But
mm,
acceleration just one word. So tell me something about your school.
it's technically isn't the full thing. It's acceleration, edu, whatever, but it's
Uh-huh.
just the shorter version. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what do you enjoy about school?
I like the enthusiasm the teachers put in to teaching
Oh,
us. Yeah.
interesting. Any of your teachers listening up now?
Mm.
I hope so. Yeah. All right. I hope you invited them and then they can actually hear you say that the teachers are very enthusiastic. Right. Thank
Mm.
you very much, Si Hao. Yes. All right. We'll speak to Si Hao later. Now I would like to speak to Li An. Li An. Yes, and Li An is our second young author. Yeah, Li An. Li An with her story, yes, The Creature from the Cottage. Yeah, very interesting story. It's a magic and fantasy story. So, Li An, tell me something about yourself and your love for writing.
So I'm actually someone that really loves to daydream and
Oh, me too.
kind of put all of the ideas I have in my head into the story. So that's why I really love writing because I get to convey all of my ideas in a paper or in a
Right.
Word document.
Right, right. That's good. So you daydream a lot, huh? So do I actually. And I think all authors do, huh? Daydream and they live, they read and then they find themselves like into the story. And a good book is always something that we enjoy, right? Yeah. Right. And how old are you, Leanne?
I'm 16.
Okay. Okay, I shouldn't ask you whether you enjoy school because all of you must enjoy school. So what do you like about school?
I like meeting my friends,
That's all?
and I wouldn't say I have a big opinion with school. I think it's okay.
Okay, all right. I hope your
I
teachers
mean,
are
I like
nice.
learning the subjects, but
Okay.
otherwise, that's it.
Yeah, and I guess you like to daydream, when your teacher is talking, it's like you're scribbling something, Yeah,
Not
that's what I do
not
all the time.
necessarily scribbling
Uh-huh.
some things.
Uh-huh.
It depends on the teacher. Sometimes
Yes,
I get bored and the
true.
mind wanders. Mhm.
It's important, I mean, for the teacher, like Shu Hao said, to be very enthusiastic, to be able to share so that, you'd be very interested in it. Yes, okay. Thank you so much, Lian. Yes, and the third person, the third young author that we're going to speak with is Adria. Adria Dayina. Hi, Adria.
Hi, Andrea. Hi.
Okay, I think there's
Okay,
an
I think
echo here.
there's an echo here. Um, am I audible?
I think so.
I
You have
think
two
so.
things
You have
happening.
two
I think
things happening.
echoing. Yes. Can you?
Yes. Can you?
All right.
All right. Hi, am I audible?
You are audible.
You are
Echo,
audible.
there's an echo there.
There's an echo there. Oh,
When I'm speaking, it
when I'm
comes back.
speaking, it comes back. You
Reverberate. Yeah.
reverberate.
Okay.
Is it still echoing?
Uh, yeah,
Yeah,
never mind. Okay.
never mind.
Never mind. I'll
Okay,
hear
never
myself
mind.
again.
I'll
All
hear
right.
myself again.
Hey,
All right.
tell me something about
Hey, tell
yourself.
me something about yourself. Okay, so hi, my name is Adria. I'm the author of 1 Million Fireflies. I'm 16 and I go to school at College Yayasan Saat Melaka, Malaysia.
Right. Okay.
Right, okay.
And school? How
And
does
school, how does
school mean to you?
sorry, I
What
didn't
does
quite get
school
that.
mean to
What
you?
does school mean to you? It means a lot. It gives me a lot of fun and a lot of freedom, and a lot of friends. I really enjoy school.
Right. Okay.
Right,
Great.
okay.
Very great. Yes.
Very great.
We'll
Yes,
come to Edward
we'll come
later
to that
because you have
later.
an echo. I think we
We
got to
have an
solve that.
we got to
Yes.
solve
And
that.
so
Yes,
next
and
I
so
have Su
next
Wei.
I have to wait.
Wei with her story Tales of Paversdale. Yeah. I think later on I would like to ask Wei about Paversdale because it seems very interesting name. Yeah. But right now, Wei, tell the audience about yourself and your love for writing.
My name is Wei. I'm the author of Tale of Pausdale. I'm 17 this year and I'm a student of SMK Puchong Primary.
Right. Okay. And as I ask everyone, what do you like about school?
I enjoy my friends' accompaniment in school. School is quite nice. There's a lot of things that you can learn as well.
Right. Okay. So you learn a lot from schools, I think. Yeah, from your school. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Suwei. And then we'll be hearing from you later. Kanchana. Hi, Kanchana.
Hi. Yeah, hi.
Hey, great. So tell the audience about yourself. How old are you and your love for writing?
So, hi, I'm Kanchana and I wrote Forgotten Reflection and I'm 14 this year.
Right. Yes. I really love the cover of your book, and
Thanks.
for those of you that are not aware, Kanchana, yes, all of them are shortlisted, but Kanchana's story was really, really, really very long, and we nearly disqualified her. But I'll talk to you. I'll tell everyone about that later. Yeah. Okay. All right. So thank you, Kanchana. Yes,
Yeah,
and so
sure.
now we come round to the questions. I we are going to talk to all five young authors about the MYAA, about the process of writing their book, all right, and about advice for they want to give to young authors that like themselves who wants to start writing their book. Okay, all right. So now I want to speak to Shi Hao. Shi Hao, all right, beautiful. Shi Hao, what do you learn from the MYAA, the Malaysia Young Author Award? You came in last year, you submitted story. So what do you learn about the MYAA or from the MYAA?
Well, that it's full of a lot of great creative people
Oh,
that
that's nice.
have so
Yeah,
many kinds of stories, so many ideas to bring to life
right,
that are given the chance to. Yeah.
right. Okay. And what do you enjoy about it?
I enjoyed the process of writing my story for it, and I felt really good when I got shortlisted. Yeah.
Right. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so from the MYA, you actually went into the AYAA, right? Because you're shortlisted, and then after that, you submitted your story for the AYAA, the Asia Young Author Award. Okay, great. Right. Thank you very much. And then we come to Leanne. The same question. All right. What do you learn from the MYAA?
I learned because there were so many people there with lots of stories, and then there were also you, Miss Catherine, to teach us. I learned a lot of new ideas and
Great.
also new opinions, and also not to be afraid to show off your talent in front of so
Yes, I
many
think that's
people.
very important. Yeah, I'm sure quite a lot of you will share this. You know that some of us are closet writers. You know, we write and then we think we're not good enough. In your writing. But yeah, I like that. Don't be afraid to show off what you know. I mean, your talent. Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you, Leanne. Right. And next, I would have Adria. Adria, do you share Leanne's view? There you see, I have an echo now.
Yes, I do. I do believe that MYAA is like a group of like many talented people. And it does increase your creativity when you're around all so many types of people that write.
Yes, yes. And at the end of it, uh, you have your stories, and then you share with everybody and comments, feedback, everything makes you improve your story, I guess. Yeah, right? Okay. I'm getting very bad answers from you, so I shall not talk to you anymore. Later on, we'll talk. Yeah. We have got Sue next. Sue, from the MYAA, what do you learn? What views
Uh,
do you
I learned that there's a lot of different writing styles from MYAA. I've known this like before, but it wasn't really clear for me how exactly different it is. Some
share?
would prefer to be more descriptive. Some
Mhm.
would prefer to focus on more of the characters'
Right.
emotions. So yeah, joining MYAA, I learned more about the different writing styles.
Right. Okay, that's great. Yes, and Kanchana next. Kanchana, you are 14, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sihao, I think, is the youngest. The rest of you are probably in your teens, except Sihao, who's 12. This year, right, Sihao? This year you're 12. Yeah, okay. Wow. Okay. Right. Pretty mature piece of work. Right. So Kanchana,
Yeah.
from MYAA, what do you learn?
Well, I learned that each of us have a different style of writing, and it was very interesting as it really helped to encourage me and improve my writing. So I
Mhm.
really hope it encourages more people as well as it did for me.
Right. So you basically share Sue's views about different types of writing, yeah? Different
Yeah.
styles, maybe, yeah? Right.
Yeah.
Good. Good. We opened your eyes up to many, many kinds of writing, yeah? Different
Yeah.
genres as well. Right. Good.
Yes.
Okay. Now, again, we're going back the round robin. Shihao, during the process of writing your book, have you ever had writer's block? Okay. And if so, how do you overcome it? So I'm going to ask this question of every one of you, but we start with Shihao. And if you don't have it, tell me you don't have it, huh?
Mm. I had it sometimes, like when thinking of how to express a specific like feeling I wanted to convey to the readers. I sometimes got stuck trying to think of a good word, a good phrase, a good sentence. But I slowly I came up with a few ideas, and I slowly try them out, feel what's right, and then after I choose one, then I implement it into the story.
Yeah, that's a very interesting way of writing a story. Yes, and of overcoming writer's block. What about the rest? I'm not going to go round robin. Anybody got anything to add? Yeah, right? Like how do you overcome writer's block? The next would be actually Leanne. Leanne, you want to share something?
I
Have you
mean,
had writer's block? I think maybe that's the question I should ask.
if you define writer's block, it's basically it sometimes kind of feels like an excuse because you don't really want to write the book
Right, right.
sometimes. And the main reason as to why you don't want to write a book is either because you're burnt out or you have no ideas.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I felt both during this writing journey.
Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes I had the opposite effect of writer's block, which was I wanted to write so much, so much, so much until I had to cut out words because of the word limit.
Yes,
Yeah,
I agree. I agree.
that's
So
that's,
for
that's all I have to share.
Yeah, so your kind of writer's block is like you say, your writer's block means basically that you you don't want to write, you don't have excuse, or for yours is more like you basically had the reverse where you wrote too much. Yeah, that is also something that can be talked through, I guess. Yeah. Anybody else about writer's block, which Leanne says is not exactly writer's block, okay? Anybody has anything else they want to add? Adria? No?
Yeah. So my solution for writer's block is basically just read stuff that is related to the book itself, and
Right,
you'll eventually get ideas naturally.
right. Okay. Right. That's a good one to do. And Sue?
I didn't really have much writer's block when I was
Mm,
writing King of House there, but
right,
I did have some struggles when it comes to making the plot. Like when it reaches the climax, I wasn't exactly sure where to continue from there. So I
right.
had to stop writing for a moment and take a break, and
Mhm.
then after that, I came back to the book to read it as from a reader's perspective and kind of try to find out where I want to get the story going on from there.
Very good advice. Yes. You stop for a minute and then you come and read it from the reader's perspective. Yes, that's one thing that I think most most authors don't do, or most authors don't think about. You read it from a reader's perspective. That's pretty good. Yeah. I had a young author many years ago when he was doing a dedication, because every one of you do dedications for your book. He dedicated the book to his mom. All right. And why did he dedicate to his mom? He says, my mom, okay, made me write 100 words a day. All right. And when I had writer's block, what I did was she told me to stop writing, run around the block a bit, drink a cup of Milo, and then I get my story. I get my ideas. Yeah, okay. So that was what he wrote. Yes, okay. So many ways to tackle writer's block. What about you, Kanchana? Kanchana, by the way, wrote a very, very long story, and we'll tell you about it later. We were on the verge of saying, no, we want to disqualify. She wrote 12,000 words. Yeah, but we got her in because the story was very, very good. All right. So, Kanchana, writer's block. You have it.
So I did have writer's block because I'm not very good at describing a scene of what I want to write about. I'll
Mm-hmm.
have the display, the image in my head, but it'll be very hard to actually put it in words.
Right.
So I try to read or go and see sceneries
Mm-hmm.
and just try to find words that might actually express what I want to write.
Right.
And when I actually find the words, that's when I continue writing.
Good, right. So all of you have different ways to tackle a writer's block, or maybe not writer's block as Leanne will put it. Yes, okay, good. All right. So whoever is listening right now, audience, yes, if you're a budding writer, yeah, there's such a thing as writer's block, but our young authors here managed to overcome it and write their award-winning story. Right. Okay. So we have the next question. What was the most difficult part of writing your book? Shihao.
I think it was the emotions.
The emotions.
Yeah,
Okay. That was the most difficult part. Bring out the emotions. All
yeah,
right.
just
Okay.
bringing out the emotions to
Okay.
understand them. So
Yes, I would think so. Describing is one thing, describing scenery and all that is one thing, but putting yourself in the shoes of the person that's feeling it is another thing. Okay. Lian, most difficult part of writing a book?
This one is very easy. This is the articulating the settings or the sceneries or the places of the book, because
Mm-hmm.
I have the image of the scene in the mind, but then when I let other people read it, they do not understand it at all. So
Right.
I had to work ways into further further showing how the
Right.
scene was actually like in my head. That's
Right.
that's that's the
Okay.
biggest difficulty, especially since my story is a magic and fantasy story, and the world is fictional, so it's much harder.
So writing fictional is pretty hard for you, yeah. For some, I think it's quite easy because it's magic fantasy, imagine. But yes, I do agree with you. Yeah, I mean, and I like this part where you show it, show your story to others for feedback. Yeah, and if they don't get it, you actually take advice and then you go back and you make the scene more real. Yes, that's pretty good. Right. What about Adria?
I kind of relate with Leanne of all the feedback stuff, but for my story, I think it's really hard to correlate facts with my story because my story is based on true events and it's historical fiction, right? So I really, it's really challenging sometimes to actually find the exact and to make sure everything is legitimate in the story. Mhm.
Right. Right. Historical fiction. Oh, okay. Again, got echo. All right. So, what research do you do?
I ask my history teacher most of the time,
Good.
and I go to Google.
Right. Okay. So research for historical fiction. Very good. Yes. Okay. Now we have Suwei. Suwei, most difficult part of writing a book.
For me, the difficult part for writing the book would be the antagonist character. Uh, for me, I like to see things from the character's point of view, but
Right.
I didn't exactly know what the antagonist's main objective was. So
Sure.
by that, I didn't really know their personality. So it's quite hard for me.
So to craft out that personality was something that you had a problem with, but eventually overcame because I mean your book was shortlisted. Yes, pretty good. Kanchana, most difficult.
So, as you said, it was really hard to work in the word limit. I had so much of ideas, and it was really hard to just put it in a few sentences in the story. So I had to take out a few sentences, few parts of the story, and rewrite it again to make sure it makes sense and still stay in the word count. That was
Very
really hard.
you exceeded the word count a lot. Yeah. But yours was a great story. And I say it again, which is why you got in. Yes, okay. Right. Okay. Now the last question. And after that, we're gonna have the question for the audience, okay, from each young author. All right. The last question for Si Hao, all right, is if you could be a character in your book, what would you be? Okay, so if we could have the back cover of Shi Hao's book fleshed out. Thank you, Xiao Ge. By the way, we have a very great producer who's behind the scenes, Xiao Ge, right? She put this whole thing up for me, and thank you so much, Xiao Ge. Right, okay, so we have got this Pieces of Daisy, which is Shi Hao's book, and very nice picture of Si Hao there. All right, and so it's the blurb of the book reads: Meet the duo, a human and a dog. Explore their old memories with them and piece together the sad reality. Right. So, if you could be a character in your book, who would you be?
this is has been a very difficult thing because if I were to say anything, my reasons to choose one of them would spoil the book. So it's really
Okay.
hard to do this without spoiling anything.
Okay. Uh-huh. So is it so it's either human or dog, right? So you don't want to choose anything. No worries, all right. Right now, okay, we have this title called Pieces of Daisy. Right? It's a very intriguing title. I'm sure the audience would think so. All right. So I think now, all right, Shi Wei will be Shi Hao, sorry, will be asking his question for the audience. Please listen. And the first person who gets the answer, please put it into the Facebook chat, into the chat, will get a copy Gilmore's book. And I think his dog is barking there. Yeah, probably based on the dog, the story. Yeah, okay. So, Sihao, would you like to ask your question to our audience?
Yeah, but my dog is still barking. But yeah. So what kind of genre do you think my book is?
What kind of genre do you think Shihao's book is? All right. Now, in the young author, I have to sort of qualify that. There are 7 genres. There is mystery and adventure. There's magic and fantasy. There is ghosts and ghouls. All right. There is Asian tales. There is animal tales. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, and I think the last is sci-fi, which is aliens and angels. Right. Okay, Xiao Ge, can you show Sihao's book cover again? Yes, okay. So it's called Meet the Door, a Human and Dog, explore their old memories with them and piece together the sad reality, right? Okay, so uh, I think the answer is basically in his profile. I like heartwarming stories and mystery and adventure stories. Yeah, all right. So the first person who basically can answer this will get a copy of Shihao's book. All right. Right, and we tell you the winner later. All right. Thank you so much, Shihao. Right, and then we have the next Li An. All right, Li An with her book, The Creature from Cottage. uh, can you flash her back cover? Yes. Okay, so you have a Li An with the story here. There's a secret treasure. Let me read out the blurb of the book. There's a secret treasure hidden in a cottage in the forest. A rumor lingered in Jess village, but being searching for this treasure were found dead the next day, close to the exact cottage. Many had reported that a mysterious creature was guarding the treasure, killing off any intruder in its way. Lola, the witch, was determined to find out more about this creature using her expert skills in potions. But was she really researching out of curiosity? Or was it something else hidden deep inside her? Right? And so this reads the blurb of Lian's story, The Creature from the Cottage. Right? Lian, would you like to ask your question now?
Um, a question to the audience.
Yes, the question to the audience.
Okay, so my question is a bit more subjective. So if you answer quickly, you'll get the prize. So
Okay, great.
what what kind of stories are your favorite to write? Yeah, that's my question.
Well, the question has got to be about you and your book,
Oh, okay.
because there has got to be an answer
Then
that you ask.
um,
Something about your book, something about you,
okay,
which you mentioned.
okay. Then I'll do something hard then.
You must have said it, or else they can't, or else the audience cannot answer it. Yeah. So in
Okay,
our conversation, you mentioned certain things. So ask that question, and then the audience who would have paid attention, hopefully, would be able to answer it. Yeah.
okay. Then this is okay. This one then. Um, in the book, in in the book cover,
Mm-hmm.
what is the thing that was burning there? Easy.
I think that's very easy. Okay.
Yeah, that's
You
very
saw the book
easy.
cover, all of you. Okay. So what was the thing that was burning according to Li An? Yeah. There was something burning. Okay. Maybe what we could do for the audience is if Xiaoge can just flash her for 1 second. Yes, the yeah, maybe 2 seconds. Yeah. All right. Okay. So it was a very well done illustration, right? Leanne draws very well too. All right. And so there was something burning. So what was it? Yeah. Just put it into the FB chat. And the first person who does it will get a copy of Leanne's book, A Creature from the Cottage. The Creature from the Cottage. Yes. Okay. Great. Now we have Adria. Adria has an echo. So yes, Adria. Uh,
Yes.
if you could be a character in your book, who would you be?
I would definitely be Amara. She's
Mm.
basically one of the two main characters because she's very bold, she's very rebellious, and she's like everything I want to be in a character. And
Yeah.
also, I really would like to have a power duo such as Amara and Fazli, which are the two main characters, right? I would really like to have a best friend like Fazli.
Right. Amazing. Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to read your blurb because I have an excerpt in front of you. Right. Okay. So ask your question, Adria.
All right. So this requires a bit of reading of my synopsis up there, but like, when do you think my book is set? A. World War I, 2. World War II, and 3. The Vietnam War.
Wow, multiple choice. Okay. Xiaoge, we flash Adria's back cover for a little bit. Okay. Right, so that they can read it. Yeah. Back cover, please, Xiaoge. This is the
The
front
answer,
cover.
the answer is actually in the synopsis.
Yeah, the
If
answer is
you
actually the synopsis. Right. Okay. So flash this a bit longer, maybe 10 seconds. Huh? Right. It's actually, I'm going to give you a clue. It's actually the first line. All right. So 10 seconds. Okay. Right. All right. So thank you so much, Adria. Right. And we have the next one, Suwei. So back to Suwei. Suwei, if you could be a character in your book, who would you be?
Uh, it's a bit hard to choose because I quite like my characters a lot. But I have a character called Miss Sophie. She's a librarian. I think I would be her because I'm a librarian since my primary and secondary school days. So I think I understand the job of a librarian. So
Right. So you love to be a librarian. Is that going to be your ambition?
I'm still not sure about that yet.
Okay, all right. So you, yeah, I think that's better. I mean, it's so good. Every time I visit a library, it's like I don't want to leave. Yeah. And it's like I have a mini library at home, and I stock it with books. Half of the books I haven't read. Yeah, but it's like, oh, you are this world of yours. And it's said that you only live one life if you don't read. If you read, you live 1,000 lives. Yeah, someone quoted. I can't remember who said it, but it's true, right? If you read, you actually live 1,000 lives. Yeah. And if you write, you actually get to live that life that you want. Yeah. Right. In your own world. Yes. Okay. All right. So I'm going to read her blurb because I don't have echo. Right. Eve is not one to stay in a spot for long. She claims to be a traveler, traveling across the globe in search of adventure. Parvazil, that is her story, was just another town she happened to pass by. She had decided to stay overnight at the inn, only to find the way out sealed by magic the next morning. Now she had no way out of the town. With luck, she finds herself acquainted with Carter and Lena. Together with her newfound allies, they work together to break the hex upon the town. Ooh, sounds interesting. Okay, cool. What is your question for the audience, Sue?
My question is, uh, what is the town that Eve visited?
What is the town that Eve visited? A very simple question. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you so much, Sue. Now I come to the last person. Okay. Well, last but not least, again, every time I say Kanchana. Kanchana, with her story Forgotten Reflection. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. The longest story. I keep saying that, but yes, it is long. Right. And
Yeah.
so, Kanchana, if you could
Yeah.
be a character in your book, I know you have many characters. Who would
Yeah.
you be?
No. So it was very hard for me to actually say it because the main two characters that I have, Ashton and Skylar, are actually they share some of my own characteristics.
Mhm.
Like Skylar shares the weird and quiet self that
Right.
I sometimes have, and
Right.
Ashton is more like wild and crazy, like how I am with my friends. So if I say it's pretty hard to choose between both of them.
Right. Yeah. So you're both of them actually.
Yeah,
Yeah. I would think
yeah,
so, yeah. Because I think most authors put themselves into their characters, yeah.
yeah,
And so well, of course it's the good character lah. Nobody puts themselves into the evil character, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Right. So good. And your question for the audience?
So my question is, what do you think is the twist of my story? I think you can find it out by the little clues that is in my blurb if you read it.
Okay, I will
So
going
yeah.
to read your blurb for them.
Mhm.
We all know the classic fairy tale Snow White, but what if there was a twist? What if the evil queen did not die, instead came back for revenge? Could the two young heroes from an old prophecy defeat the evil queen? Well, of course they can, but can they overcome the obstacles she has in store for them? Most importantly, could they ever figure out what true magic really is? Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So this is Kanchana's story. Yeah, and yes, okay. So thank you very much, Kanchana. Now I need to go back to basically Su Hao again. All right. We are going to look at the winners and also where you can purchase Su Hao's book. Yeah. All right. So can I trouble you, Xiao Ge, to put up Shu Hao's book cover and where to get his book, the link to get his book. Yes, okay. All right. Okay, so this is where you can get his book. All right, we're going to just flash it a bit more. Okay, from our e-store, right? Okay, and also for Shi Hao, right? What who is there a winner for the prize for his book? Have you got a name of the winner? Shi Hao, what is the answer to your question about the genre of the book?
The genre is right there. It's heartwarmers.
Yeah, the audience cannot see
Strangely
your.
enough, from what I say.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Giveaways to Jing, okay, who won Lim Shi Hao's book. Okay, congratulations to Jing. Please give us please email. I think you put in your chat your email address or something, and then we'll send the book to you. Okay. All right, in the Facebook chat. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's an email here. Please email admin@englishedu.my to claim your digital flip book. Okay, great. Right. Thank you. Right? And so thank you, Zijing. Sorry, thank you, Shi Hao. All right. So the next one is Li An, right? Can you flash a copy of Li An's book, The Creature from the Cottage? Yes. And what was your question, Li An? What was the thing that was burning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Any winners for Li An's book? Or can we flash where to get her book first? Yeah, I think we have this order. The give for Tan Li An's book is J.E. Ang. All right, J.E. Ang, if you are listening to us, right, can you please give your email address? Yeah. All right. To purchase the book is at this address. Yeah, catherineku.sg. You go to the e-store, The Creature from the Cottage. Yeah. All right. And J.E. Ang, please send your email address, okay, to basically admin at something, admin and english.edu.sg, something like that. Okay. All right, to claim your copy. Admin at english.edu.my. Okay. All right. Great. Okay. Thank you so much, Lian. Right. The next one is Adria. Right. So Adria, what's the answer to your question? Your question was, when was it set in, right?
Yeah, the answer is World War II.
Okay. Xiaoke, are there any winners for Adria's book? Right, and you have to purchase there is there is you can actually purchase Adria's book at this website, right? Yes, we have Yao T. So Yao T, if you're listening to us, please email your email address. Okay, email your email address to admin@english.edu.my, I think. Yeah. 1 million fireflies can be bought from this e-store. It's actually catherinecook.sg, and then you search for 1 million fireflies, the e-store there. Okay. And Yauti, please, can you email to admin@english.edu.my? Yes, all right. Right. So let it flash so that he's able to take that down. Right. Very nice picture area. I really love it. Yeah. Very whimsical. You know that fireflies and everything else. Yeah. Yeah. Now I got no
Yeah,
idea.
that's the idea.
Yeah, lovely. Is it watercolor?
Oh no, it's actually a digital brush because I did it digitally.
Looks very, how shall I say? You look at it and you feel very peaceful, very tranquil. Yeah. Right. Okay. Right. So again, please email admin@english.edu.my to claim your digital flipbook. Yauti, please. Okay. And for the other two as well, the other two winners. All right. Thank you so much, Adria. Next is Suwei's book. Right. Suwei, your question was,
What was the town that Eve visited?
what was the town that Eve visited? Can I have Suwei's book up? Thank you. Yep, Tales of Paversdale. All right, what was the town? Yeah, Tale of Paversdale. What's the town that Eve visited? And the question and the answer is
Paversdale.
Paversdale, of course. Yes. So, if you see this running header here to purchase Tales of Paversdale, head to it's actually catherinecook.sg/e-store, and then the title of the book. Okay, and is there a winner for Sue's book? Gina. Okay. Gina, please email to admin at english.edu.my. I can remember it already. Yes, admin at english.edu.my. Okay. We will be mailing the e-copy of the book to your email address, right? Okay, it's pretty good. It's a flip book. So when you flip the book, you actually can hear the flipping sound. Yeah, very cool. Right, admin@english.edu.my. Gina, please. Okay. Thank you so much, Suwei. Can I hear from Kanchana? Right. So Kanchana and a copy of Kanchana's book. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. Forgotten Reflection. Kanchana's question was,
What was the twist of my story?
what was the twist of her story? And it's actually a few lines. It's not just one word, huh? What
Yeah.
was the twist of um, Kanchana's story, Forgotten Reflection? Okay, you can buy her book from catherinecool.sg/e-store and the title of her book. Yeah, okay. So what was the twist? Did
Well,
you got?
to say it in simple forms, the evil queen comes back for revenge instead of actually dying like it is said in the original story.
Yeah, the giveaway is actually Snow White. The twist, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right, right. So any winners for Kanchana's story? Regina Grace. Okay, beautiful. Right, Regina Grace, can you email admin at english.edu.my to claim your prize? All right, we'll be sending that to you. Okay, cool. Right. So we come to the end actually of the program. All right. And before I thank my 5 young authors, I'd like to tell you about the Malaysia Young Author Award, which will happen this July, right? And it is happening on I can't remember the days. I need the poster up. Yes. Okay. So we have the Malaysia Young Author Award coming, and these young authors, the 5 that you heard from, they all went into the Malaysia Young Author Award workshop, and wrote that story. They were shortlisted. Yes, okay. Thank you so much, Xiaoge. So be a published young author, and it's a 4-day story writing workshop. You get the chance to have your story published, right? It's on July 23rd, 24th, 30th, and 31st, and it's online via Zoom. uh, you can register at english.edu.my/YAA. Now, there is the QR code there. So if you like to, you can just take a snapshot of the QR code. Okay. There's a WhatsApp there. Okay. You can just take a picture of this screen, and you can call to register, or you can just register. Click the link and you can find out more. You hear from our young authors. You read excerpts from their stories, and I think we have one or two young authors actually sharing their experiences, just like you have my 5 young authors here speaking about their experiences. Yeah, all right. So we close when we have there's a closing date, but also when we fill up the places, right? So scan the QR code and do register. Yes, okay, all right. And so thank you very much. I'm going to keep this probably another few seconds longer, so that you would have time to either scan the QR code or take down some numbers, or if you have a camera with you, your handphone, take a snapshot. Yeah. All right. This is for MYAA Malaysia Young Author Award 2022, right? And you stand a chance to basically win. Okay, in the Malaysia Young Author Award, there are top prizes, and that we also have consolation prizes for the shortlisted. Also, the shortlisted and the winners go on, okay, to the Asia Young Author Award, right? Which basically will get your book published. Yeah, if you actually are shortlisted or win the Asia Young Author Award, you will get your book published, right? And available for sale, and you get royalties for that. Yes, okay, all right. Okay, all right. So thank you very much. Xiaoke, can you bring back all the young authors? Right. Okay. So we have 5 young, talented authors. Yeah. And thank you so much, all of you, for coming on. And thank you so much for answering the questions and interacting, and telling us, frankly, actually, about writing. Yeah. Because writing is an experience that I guess when you start writing, you don't want to stop, or you sometimes get writer's block, and then you don't want to continue. Yeah, but you all surmounted the obstacles, and you all are shortlisted in the Asia Young Author Award and got published. Yeah. And looking forward to your royalties, I hope. Yeah. All right. That'll be sometime next year. Yeah. Okay. So thank you, everybody. And thank you, everybody, for coming in. Right. And winners, congratulations for winning the flip books. Right. And to everybody, Catherine Koo here signing off. And thank you once again, my young authors. Let me have thank you, Shi Hao. Thank you to Li An. All right. To Adria, to Kanchana, and to Suwei. All of you are really great writers. Yeah. And may you write more, please. Okay. All right. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Yes. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.